May you find happiness and peace, and may your home stand the test of time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary. Today I'll be reacting to another video from Charlie Kirk. Today's video is titled Charlie Kirk Destroy BLM Supporting Athletes. So without further ado, let's get started.
Go ahead.
First of all, do you mind if I film the question? I just want to...
No, you're good. Whatever.
All right. So obviously...
We got plenty of cameras here, so you're not the only one.
I just want to have it. But like, obviously I'm a big Kaepernick guy. I think that he's a patriot based on my definition of a patriot, of sacrificing something large in order to help the greater good of the country. And he's sacrificed his... All right.
Easy, Mahoney. Let him talk.
All right. Military. All right.
No, let him talk.
Charlie,
it's a viewpoint
If
held
you have
by...
a question,
it's
get
a
on
view
the
held by a lot of
stairs.
Americans, so I want to hear what he has to say.
So can we? So like,
It's a legitimate
to dispel
viewpoint.
him-
I want to hear what he has to
To
say.
dispel him, can we agree that going to war for your country isn't the only way to be a patriot?
No,
and
without a doubt.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you. I just want to.
Yeah.
So you've been criticizing, at least what I've saw on Twitter, the kneeling
Yes.
of the NFL players. But
Yes.
what I've seen since the kneeling is more social activism within the athlete community. A lot of money has been raised. Chris Long recently has donated his entire season game check after kneeling. Colin Kaepernick donated $1 million to many things, including Know Your Rights Camp. I just want to know, like, what would you say is more important, helping black people and equality in this country, or standing for the anthem when many terrible people who I would never consider patriots stand for the anthem? So I don't think that it's as much of a symbol as loving your country as actively doing something to help it, like Colin Kaepernick has done.
Okay, so...
You can do both, but I don't think you have to stand for the anthem to love your
No,
country.
so here's the one thing I will say. I want to make it very clear. Not once do I think they should be forced to stand for the anthem. I think they should be able to voluntarily do whatever they wish to do. I think they're making fools of themselves, quite honestly. And I think that the criticism towards them is warranted and right. And so when you have an act of civil disobedience during the national anthem, in protest of what exactly? No, tell me.
Yeah, they are protesting because they feel that black people are oppressed in this country in ways including education. There's education oppression. There's been housing discrimination still going on in this country. There's police brutality, which is still an issue in this country. There's lack of accountability for police when they do commit crimes. And that's what they've been
So you
protesting
believe during the national anthem, the song that represents the very fabric of this country is the appropriate time to do that in front of the flag, in front of veterans saluting? You feel that's appropriate?
I am not...
I want to make sure your position is clear.
Yeah, I am not going to tell someone how to protest.
Me neither. I'm asking you if you think it's right.
I think it's right, yes.
You do?
Yes. I believe that get your message out when most people are watching something. Most people can hear your message and you can help the most people. People were telling, like Rosa Parks, the bus is not a place to voice your
Are you
criticism.
really equating modern day protesting of to blacks not being able to vote? Really? You're equating... No, seriously.
I believe that oppression...
Are you really making a moral equivalent to kneeling during the national anthem of not being able to, of Rosa Parks in the 1960s?
Look, I agree. Oppression is oppression, and I believe that any sort of protest against oppression is something that is a patriotic act, and unless it crosses way more lines like physically harming people, you should not be told not to do something that helps people.
No, I agree. I'm not telling they shouldn't be doing it. I think they're fools.
I don't think that they're
and people
fools for
have
helping
bled
people.
and died for that flag. And that
want-
flag represents more than just a fabric. Let me be perfectly
It does.
clear.
Yes, it does. And to me,
You've said your piece, now it's time for mine. Let me say my piece. The flag and this country have and will continue to be the greatest symbol of freedom both domestically and internationally all around the world. Have always been. The flag of the United States of America symbolizes a couple different things. The white for the peace that we strive here domestically, and the blood of the veterans that died internationally for our freedoms and liberties. So when athletes, who quite honestly, I would be hard pressed to understand why they believe that is an appropriate time for them to protest. I believe it goes directly insulting to the very fabric of the veteran community, to what the flag stands for, and what this country has always stood for. But more than that, the oppression that they are talking about Is kneeling really the best way to address it? Seriously. No, I'm how about they give away 90% of their money to local charitable groups? Why don't they run for office? Why don't they raise more money to do it? Why don't they start a business?
Guys, this is a very important topic, and as a topic that we all need to be careful about dealing with. This is kind of okay, this is protest, okay? And I think what Charlie is saying, should this protest equate what happened when black were not given the opportunity to vote? I feel a protest is a protest, and that is it. Though I agree with Charlie with let's say almost 80% of what he said, but this is it. Back then we don't have this way audience, way a place where everyone can hear your voice. I think that is what people did back then that made them relevant, that made people got their attention, made people know this is what they want. And I think that is what they just repeated. I know it was not in an appropriate way, because Charlie is saying it like they did a right thing, but at a very, very wrong time. But a protest is a protest. So long as they are not harming anyone, it's within their rights to protest in any way, any form, as far as it's not causing violence, or they are not causing violence. They are free to express themselves. Maybe the timing wasn't perfect. They would have at least wait for the national anthem to finish them before they start protesting. But I think they got the attention they wanted, and that is really what matters. Maybe in a wrong way, but still they got the attention. And I think I get what the guy is coming from, talking about the police brutality, black being, or people with color being discriminated when it comes to rental, housing and all. I feel like this should be thing in the past. No one is born a racist, so we all learn it. So we can also unlearn it. It might be a difficult process, but eventually we can do it. And I think the world is doing it right now. Like, they are doing away with this racism, and it's good, because that is really what the world needs now. We need a place whereby everyone can be themselves, or be the best version of themselves. We don't need to indulge in something like this. We are all human. Be you black, white, we are all human, and we need to respect ourselves as human and do the best. Do what works for us as human. But this is a brief one. I love this, and I love where Charlie is coming from, and I will definitely want to see more videos. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If it is your first time visiting the channel, click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and remain blessed.